Hello, brothers and sisters. Once again, welcome to Armstrong Computers channel. Today's segment we'll be looking at something very interesting. I know you guys are preparing towards your examination. You can see students on the screen preparing and also studying towards the examination, more or less the upcoming examination. Now, today's segment we are going to look at something very interesting. Without wasting much time, let's dive straight to our website. Now, as you can see now on our website, as you can see on your screen now, you can see that we have some couple of questions. You can see this is download the November, December, 2012 level 3 database management past question. So you can just go to our website and then you download. I'll be providing the link in the description. So you can see it here. This is the kind of past question we prepare for you guys to just go there and just learn. We provided answers to the question. Yours is to just go there and then you just study each question and then practice. You can see there each question that you click on, okay, provide the answers down there. So you can click on it, and when we come down here, it's also here. We also define the type of define data type and give example. And if you don't know, a data type is what is a type of data, or more or less it describe what type of data the field should contain. And you can see it here. Data type defines the type of data a field can hold. An example of a data type, we have text, number, date, and time. It goes on and on and on. So you can just go to our website and then look through all these questions and then try your hands on. But today's segment, I'm going to emphasize or focus on the practical aspect. So without wasting my time, let's get started. Turning the ideas into reality check. From spreadsheets to circuits, we do it. Okay, so back now, you can see it here. I have my question here. So you can also go scroll down there and you can just click on download the full download. So you can just go there and then download it and you are good to go. So you can go there and just download it and then just try your hands on, as I also have mine here. So without wasting my time, let's get started by looking at the question. Now the question, as I have it already, so you are going to watch the screen, or you can just choose to just click on the link here and download that. So when I screw up here, it says that here, so the question says that open a database package that you are familiar with and create a database file called June 2014. Okay, June 2014. So that is the question. So it said B says create a table with the database and use the following students and data. So you are using the following students and data so far the structure of the table is concerned. And when you scroll down here, it says that C says that save the table as promotion, and it says that use the updated query. So to do what? Calculate the discount column, which is 8% of the quantity column, multiplied by the unit cost. And it went ahead by saying that the two say that using the updated query, calculate the total column with the product of the quantity column and the unit cost column less the discount column. Total confusion, don't worry, we are going to just look at it how it is. And the last one, which is question 3, so says that sort the promo table by index column, okay, in ascending order. So I have mine here, so you can just go and then also download yours, and then we go by looking at how to solve it practically. Without wasting my time, let's get started. You can see I provided everything in my spreadsheet, so I'm going to just use this method to import this into my spreadsheet. Okay, the ultimate goal is to calculate for the discount column, which is 8%, and also calculate for the unit cost, where we are going to multiply the quantity by the unit cost to get the total, and then we are going to find the total also by lessening the discount, by subtracting the discount from the total. So without wasting my time, let's get started. So launch Microsoft Access and then load this spreadsheet here. I save it was June 2014. I'm going to import it into my database to make everything easy, nice and slow. So let's look at that. First, let's launch Microsoft Access. So as you can see here, this is my Microsoft Access, and as this is my Microsoft Access, I'll go ahead and click on where we have blank database, and then it will display, which is what the blank database window or pop-up or dialog box will display on the screen. And I'll go ahead and give it a name, because they said that the database should be called what, June 2024. So I'll go ahead and type June 2024. June 2014. Okay, 2014, not 2024, June 2014. So I'll go ahead and then click on browse and specify the location where I would like to save my database. So I'll click on browse here, and I'll make sure let me select my desktop, and I'll click on OK, and then I'll go ahead and click on create. So now we've created our database. So now let me switch to my Excel. So as you can see, this is my Excel screen where I created my index column, and that is what we have here. You can equally download that from the website. So as we have that there, now you can see I have my index. So I have cost number, I have product quantity, unit cost, and we have discount. We have total cost. So I'm going to save. When you watch the question C says that save the table as promo. So I'm going to then go ahead and then save this table as promo. So to do that, click on File and click on Save As, and I'll go ahead and click on Browse. I'll also select my desktop and give it a name as Promo. So I'm changing the name from June 2014 to Promo. So let's do that. So Promo becomes promotion in which way. So I click on Save, and I'm there. So after that, now let me come back. Let me just switch back to my Microsoft Access window. So as I am in my Microsoft Access window now, I don't want to go ahead to create the table from scratch. So I want to import the table from Excel into my Microsoft Access database file. So to create my table, remember a table is a database object used primarily and making changes to the existing record. Any which way, it's not a form, but a table is a database object that is created and manipulated as a unit. That is a table. Let's take that again. A table is a database object that is created, selected, manipulated as a unit. So now, as this is my table, what I will do is that I'll go ahead and then close this table. So I'll close that. So after closing my table, now I like to import my table from Microsoft Excel to Microsoft Access. To do that, what I'll do is I'll go directly and go to where we have database 2. We have extract data. So I come there, look through my ribbon. Under the import and link, we have export and the import. So I'll go to the import and link. So I'll click on the new data source here, and I'll go ahead and click on what you have from file. So from file, remember I'm picking it from Excel, so I have to come to where we have Excel and click on it, and a dialog box will display where we have get the security source. So here I'll come to where we have file name, which is where the source is, which is where my Excel that I'm importing to my table is. So I'll come to where we have browse here, click on it. So when I click on browse, I'll select my desktop. That is where my promotion Excel table is. So I'll scroll down, and this is it here, promotion, and click on open, and that is being selected. I'll go ahead, make sure this is selected, which is to import the source data into a new table in the current database. So make sure this very side is selected. Go ahead and click on OK. So now after I've clicked on OK, this is the data and everything is nice and cool. So I'll go ahead and click on next. So after I click on next, so here, which field do I want to specify? Now I want to make the index field the data type should be, let me make it number. I want to make it number. So you can select number. So the number is the same as integer. So you can select that and you are good to go. And you can click on yes, which is known as duplication, no duplication. So I want it no duplication. So after you've done that, go ahead and click on next. Now after I click on this, now I need to specify my primary key. Now I'm using my if you want to use a particular field that is in your table as a primary key, then you have to select choose my own primary key. But if you want Microsoft Access to include its own primary key for you, then you have to click on what we have, let Access add a primary key. But here, I would like to add my own primary key. So I'll go ahead and select choose my own primary key. Then I'll select that. So here, I'll come to this side, click on this side and select the type of field I want to use as a primary key. But for me, I'm going to use my index as a primary key, and that is what I'd like you to do also. Then after that, go ahead and click on Next. So after clicking on Next, you need to give a name to the table. Now, importing to a table, what type of table, what's the name of the table you want to import to? Well, I want to name it known as what? Promotion. So I can equally leave it like that, or I'll go ahead and type promotion. So let's do that. So import to table. So the name of the table is promotion. So let's do that. So after typing promotion, I'll go ahead and click on finish and click on what we have, save the import step. I'll do that, and if you want to save, you save. If you don't want to save it, you take that off and click on close. And before you realize, the promotion table is now imported into your database. So I'll double click on it and you can see everything is open. Well, I know you've done that. Now after you've done that, the next thing I'd like us to deal with is very simple. Now, what is that simple thing I'd like us to deal with? But before that, when you watch here, my table, for instance, there, because I kind of like, because something, wrap text, okay? Because I wrap text, you see that the distance in between my my table, my cost and number is so much. You can choose to just double click on it and bring the cursor here, backspace to close that space. Or you can equally also go to the design view and do that changes also as well. Now you come to the unit cost also. I'll double click here, put the cursor here, backspace, so that at least the space can be closed. Okay, and I'm good to go. Now, as this is very quick for us to use, so far as importing file from Excel into your database. Now let's go by the question, by what the question is asking us to do using Microsoft Access. It says that using the updated query, calculate the discount column, which is 8% of the query column multiplied by the unit cost. So now what is the formula here? Now for us to do this, what I'd like you to do is that close the table that we've created, which is the promotion table. So I'll close that and click on yes to save changes. So after closing that, what I'll do is that I'll go ahead and click on create. So after I click on create, look through the create ribbon, another query logical group, go ahead and click on something we call query design. So I'll go and click on the query design. So after clicking on the query design, you can see that the show table just displayed. So I'll go ahead and select my promotion and click on add, and I'll close my show table. Now taking that from the way, I'll go ahead and select all the fields, but before then, these are all the fields that are in my table. So I'll go ahead and double click on this index, double click on what we have cost number, product, quantity, unit cost, and then discount as 8%, and the total. Done. Now when I run this query, you can see that with the discount and the total, there's nothing there. Let's look at it. When I run this query now, you can see the discount column, I have nothing there. The total cost also have nothing there, which means that everything is nice and slow. So now I have to use the updated query to perform calculation by finding 8% of my total of the product that is being sold. Okay, now to do that, I'd like you to click on look through the home ribbon under the view logical group. Click on view and select design view. Now in my design view, you can see this is the discount column. But first, let us unshow the total cost. So I'll tick here where we have the box here. I'll tick to unshow. Then where we have discount column, I'll then right click on the discount column and I'll select, to see from the drop down list, this is where we have build. Okay, so click on the build and you have this. Okay, now as we have this, now the ideology is that we want to then find, how do you call it, 8% of the total cost of the item, so that we will use that as a discount. So to do that, we have to bring column here. So just bring column. Okay, so when you bring your column, what I like you to do is that go ahead and say this. So you are going to say, bring your bracket and say quantity, or you can say units cost. Okay, you can say units cost, bring your closing bracket, unit cost times bracket, and you say unit cost times quantity. So unit cost times what? Quantity. Then close bracket. So unit cost times quantity, okay, times 8 divided by what? 100. So this is the formula. This simply means that now you are finding what? 8% of the total when the unit cost multiply the quantity. Okay, what is going to get? You are finding 8% of that. How should I get in it? So that's the meaning of that. Now after you've done that, what I'd like you to do is just go ahead and click on OK. So after clicking on OK, now let's run the query and see the result. So look through the query design ribbon. Under the results logical, we'll click on run, and you can see this is it. Okay, so basically that is just that. Now moving on, the next one I'd like us to look at, the question says that, what the question said again, we should use the updated query, calculate the total column, which is the product of the quantity column and the unit cost column less the discount. Okay, total confusion, but let me show you how that has been done. Now to do this, what I'd like you to do is that go directly to your design view. So I'll look through my home ribbon, and under the view logical, we'll click on view, and I'll select my design view. In my design view, I'll go ahead and click on what we have, show. So I'll tick this box to show my total cost. Done. So in my design view, this is what I type here, the discount. This is what I type here for the discount. Okay, so this is the discount. You can see it here. Okay, now remember the space I gave here in the discount is too wide, so I want to copy that so that at least I'll have the same thing there. Okay, that is just that. So after I'm done, now where we have total cost, right click on the total cost and then also come to where we have build. Now in the build, go ahead and bring what? Column. So remember, for you to find the total cost, they said less the discount. So what you must do is going to be bring the column and bring the bracket. So as you brought the bracket, you go again and call the unit cost. So it's going to be unit cost times what? Quantity. Okay, times quantity. My quantity is just 1Q, not double Q. So it's QU, what? QUAN, nicely. So QUA what? NTI is TICY, quantity, in which way. So after that, I'll go ahead and bring minus what? My discount. So after that, so you can see it here. So here, the total cost is unit cost multiplied by the quantity less, because you've given the person a discount. So less the discount, which is what? Discount is what? Discount what? Into bracket 8%. So I'll go ahead and click on OK. Then after that, I'll go ahead and click on what? Run. And you can see. So here, automatically is the discount. Let me show you how this is done by using the calculator. So when I go here and use my calculator, for instance, as this is my calculator, now what? The quantity of the product is what? Is 435. So 435. And the unit cost of the product is 7 cedis. So 435. So 435 times what? Okay, let me do this way. So let's cancel that. Let's do it. 7 times what? Times what? 435. That will give us this. That will give us 3,045. So 3,045 minus what, the discount, which is what? 3.6. You can see that's giving us what? 2,801.40 pesos, and that is what is here. Okay, so basically that is just that. I hope this lesson has helped you out there. Let us all do this to prepare ourselves toward examination. Better still, I'm your instructor for today, Prince Armstrong. You can easily call me Prince Costi. Remember, live long and be strong in the Lord. See you in the next lesson. Bye bye.